Hello and welcome back to Smiling and Shining. It's a Monday, so you guys know that means we have a new word of the week. And I put up a little thing, I think it was on my Instagram, of people trying to guess the word of the week this week. No one got it correctly as of right now, but that's okay, I love to hear y'all guessing and engaging. So let's talk about it. I gave y'all some hints, but this week's word of the week is a big one. It's something that, I personally have been reflecting on in life a lot. And I'm going to call it this theory of life's equilibrium. And no, it's not just a fancy word for balance. See, balance makes people think 50-50, right? Even weight, equal effort everywhere. But life doesn't really work like that, right? Some seasons are heavy in work. Some seasons are heavy in healing. And sometimes, one of your areas in life might need more attention than the rest. And that is okay. What matters is the awareness with that. Because when you stop being aware, that is when life will start to tip. Every one of us has a personal ecosystem, right? Think of it like a garden, or you could even throw in it's your own internal solar system, right? Each part of your life, your health, your relationships, your purpose, your faith, your finances, your joy, we have a lot of parts of life, is its own planet orbiting around your peace. And one area tends to grow wild, that be like your career or your ambition, it starts to slowly pull energy away from other areas. You might be crushing your goals, but suddenly you're exhausted. Your peace feels thin and your relationships will feel distant. Your joy kind of feels muted, right? And that is not because you're failing. It's because your ecosystem is out of balance. When we overwater one area, we will dry out another. This is where burnout will usually sneak right in, and we tell ourselves, I'm just too tired, or I just need to push through it. But the truth is, you can't keep pouring into one thing without feeding the roots that's keeping you grounded. I'm going to say that again. Feed the roots that keeps you grounded. Maybe you've been giving 100% to your career, but neglecting your body. Maybe you're pouring your heart into others, but ignoring your own rest. Or maybe you're chasing that financial freedom, but feeling emotionally bankrupt. Balance isn't about equal weight. It's about equal awareness. You can't live in light when one part of your life is living in the shadow. And that shadow doesn't always look dark. Sometimes it looks like ambition. Sometimes it'll look like success, right? But it's draining your peace, not growth. If it's draining that peace inside you, it's not growth, it's overgrowth. So, how do we protect our life's equilibrium? We stop trying to do everything. Start there. And we start nurturing what matters in proportion to your peace. Some days that means saying yes to the gym. Other days that means saying yes to stillness. Sometimes it means stepping back from people who drain you. Other times it means leaning into the ones that may help refill you. Life's equilibrium is awareness, not perfection. It's asking yourself, what feels off right now? What part of me have I been neglecting? Where am I pouring too much, or where am I pouring too little? So, I also want to talk about this like a wheel, right? And I'm going to throw up a graphic on here, and I'm going to leave it here for a little while so you can screenshot it, you can look at it, whatever you got to do. I'm going to put this graphic up and we're going to talk about it. So, this graphic, here it goes, is your wheel, right? It's the life equilibrium wheel. So you have your faith and foundation, you have your health and energy, you have your relationships and connections, you have your purpose and fulfillment, you have your finances and stability, and you have your joy and your presence. So all of these are pillars or spokes on a wheel, right? So we're going to look at it like a wheel, right? So you've heard me mention just now those 6 pillars that make up your life equilibrium wheel. So because your life doesn't move smoothly if one spoke is weak, missing, or overextended, that is where you need to do your personal check-in, right? In the center of your wheel is peace. That's your sun. That's your still point. And around it are those 6 core pillars. So when you're trying to do like a check-in with yourself, right? I know this wheel is still up here for you to keep looking. Screenshot it if you haven't yet. So when you're looking at your faith and foundation, you need to check in with yourself of what grounds me when life shifts, okay? If you're looking at your health and energy, is my body supporting my spirit? If you're looking at those relationships and connections, who have I poured into lately and who pours into me? If you're looking at that purpose and fulfillment, am I living aligned with what truly matters to me? If you're looking at that finance and stability spoke, right? Am I managing my resources with peace and not pressure? And lastly, that joy and presence spoke, right? Have I slowed down enough to actually feel my life today? Woo, that one hits home. Have I slowed down enough to actually feel my life today? Ooh, that one is a really good one. And now here is how this wheel will work. You can rate each area from a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being it's completely neglected. 10 being full and flowing, right? Then, if you were to connect those dots around that circle, you will see the shape of your current life's balance, okay? Most people realize their wheel doesn't roll smoothly, and that's okay. The goal isn't to have every area a 10. The goal is awareness. If one area feels deflated, that's where you gently pour your attention into this week. Maybe you need to call a friend. Maybe you need a nap. I mean, simple as that. Maybe you need to pray. Maybe you should move your body or slow your scroll. Awareness is what will restore your balance, not guilt, okay? So again, if you have not screenshotted this wheel photo, do it now before I get it off the screen. Screenshot it. And y'all are going to be seeing it a lot this week because that is kind of the theory that we're going based off of is this equilibrium wheel, right? So make sure you screenshot that before I get it off this screen. So let's close this out for you guys. So this week, we are protecting your peace by checking your proportions because life's equilibrium isn't about doing everything. It's about knowing why you're doing it. You can chase those goals and still honor your health. You can love others deeply, but still hold your boundaries. And you can grow without losing your ground. You can't live in that light when one part of your life is living in that shadow, okay? So if you missed the equilibrium wheel, go back, scroll back, screenshot it. Y'all are going to be seeing it all over my pages this week. So I'll probably dive deeper into that wheel tomorrow. And also with Puzzle Talk Tuesday, I really want to dive very deep into this ecosystem of life versus like an empire of life, okay? And as always, stay smiling, stay shining.